Hello my friends, and welcome back to our blind Let's Play Ace Attorney Investigations 2 featuring Miles Edgeworth, the Prosecutor's Path. My name is FlightlessBird, this is your story-based gaming channel, and today, this case has been crazy. But we're diving down into it. Let's see what we can find out, shall we? Hope we all having a wonderful, fantastic day today as we begin by interrogating Simon here. Think about it. Can any one of my actions really be considered a crime?
I instigated murder. There's not a single word about that in the letter, is there? If I had said the word kill even once, I guess it could be considered instigation.
Well, maybe I did say it, but there's no way for you to prove it. This guy is so... Ugh. What are you saying? You kidnapped me.
I'm sorry, but that hasn't been proven yet, has it? The only thing I admitted to was sending the letters.
That's... Besides, those letters contain no threats or coercions.
I simply conveyed information that each recipient would find beneficial.
You crafty little... can't we do something about it? What was it he said? Integrating murder? Instigating murder is when a person directs someone else to commit murder. The person who directed the murder can be charged as if he committed the crime himself. So we just had to find proof that he directed those murders. Yeah, about that. Yeah, about that. I don't think it's gonna be that easy, Kay. You make it sound so easy. To be honest,
It kinda ticks me off a little.
you're all trying to frame an innocent person for murder. Don't you understand? I'm not obligated to waste any more time on this pointless discussion. Please, so wait if you're outside of this tent. You have nowhere to run.
Oh, really? No.
You think I wouldn't have an escape route prepared? For example, let's say...
I give an order so that all the animals are attacked you.
Now, what if I were to take my leave to the ensuing chaos? What you say? You can't be serious. It was just an example. Wouldn't that make for an interesting show? Here's another idea. What if I pulled out a hidden gun and took John hostage?
That might be more exciting.
I will never allow you to do such a thing. I can't tell whether or not Simon is being serious. However, when it comes to him, we should consider adding a possibility. Or anything a possibility. If you continue to bore me with your drivel, I'll end the show right now. Right here.
I'd like you to keep that in mind before you make any basic objections.
Cannot make any careless remarks. Isn't there some way I could charge him with his crimes? So is this gonna be one of those things where if I press him on anything, I'm gonna lose health? Because that... Why is it a default button? No! Because that has happened in the past. And unfortunately, saving and loading in this game is a lot more unfriendly than previous games, but I want to make sure that if I press him on the statement, I'm not going to lose a ton of HP. Think about it. Can anyone of my actions really be considered a crime? You incited others to commit murder, and they did so. If proof of that was established, you would be charged as if you yourself committed the murders. I know I heard it just a while ago, but what's the technical term again? It's instigating murder. Blaze, Patricia Rowland, and Knightley. Their crimes are unforgivable, of course. However, the one who pulled the strings from behind the scenes and drove them all to murder was none other than you, Simon Keys. Mr. Edgeworth, you really do speak your mind freely, but you know. Good, I didn't lose HP.
I instigated murder. There's not a single word about that in the letter, is there?
There's not a single word.
Oh, does that surprise you? You'd reach the same conclusion if you examined it.
Given his composure, I'd say he's not bluffing. Does this mean that every single word in his letters had been carefully calculated? Well, I guess you could say this is like teaching a monkey to climb a tree. Unless you can somehow prove that I caused those murders, you got nothing on me.
Ergo, you can't accuse me of instigating murder. What a shame, Mr. Edgeworth. Well, if I had said the word kill even once, I guess it could be considered instigation.
I know you instigated the murders.
Perhaps I shall let you in on this, Mr. Edgeworth. Actually, I was the one who ordered Blaze to Bash to kill Joe Crane.
What? You told me yourself. But you know, the funny thing is, it means absolutely nothing if you have no proof. I mean,
there's no way I'd ever say something like that. No way, no way, no way.
That's certainly true. It means absolutely nothing if I can't prove it. If there was some evidence that could prove what he said over the phone. Well, maybe I did say it, but there's no way for you to prove it. Maybe you did say it? Did you or didn't you? It really doesn't matter whether I did or didn't. Well, that's not what's important. I'm sure you know full well, Mr. Edgeworth. There's no way to prove it.
There's no way any proof can exist.
Until I find some sort of proof, my arguments are meaningless. Should I press him to draw out more information or review the evidence? At any rate, I must find some way to break through his defense. He confessed to me over the phone. He told me he had Blaze kill Miss Crane. If only there was some evidence that could prove what he said over the phone. So there's two things here. Either one, there's something in the letters, or two, it's like killing two birds with one stone. He did say the word kill here. But this is more of a metaphor. The other thing I was thinking was, the bug. Do we have a recording of this bug? Ah, we do! Alright, I'm gonna go after that. Right here. Nicole, I blamed you for a while and you ended up becoming the hero. How about that? I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. It is my firm conviction that you instigated the murders. After all, you told me so yourself.
Perhaps I should let you in on this, Mr. Edgeworth. Actually, I was the one who ordered Blaze to Bash to kill Joe Crane.
What?
Oh, did I say that? I really don't remember.
You may think you can deceive us as much as you want. But unfortunately for you... Unfortunately? You used a bug to eavesdrop on our conversations. And someone was eavesdropping on you. Aha! But there was someone else who wiretapped a bug of yours and recorded the whole thing. It was recorded? In other words, the conversation between you and that clown is recorded on that tape. Lindsay says A schemer drowns in his own schemes, and this is what he meant. Miss Swift, I like to listen to your tape. Roger. Ah, it's right about here. Mr. Edgeworth, Judge Courtney's cell phone is ringing. Who is this? Are you the person who ambushed Kay? Mr. Edgeworth, I want to listen to all this too. Very well. This is where it starts.
Well, I must say. Oh, the dots.
Huh? That's odd. Come on, Nicole, I just said you were the hero! What's wrong? Well, there ain't nothing recorded past support. Oh, come on! What? Why? Why wasn't it recorded?
It's too bad. It's so sad. Did you really think I'll leave behind any incriminating evidence?
The bag I planted has a special feature. It can be turned on and off with a remote control. What? That sort of thing exists? Certainly, remote control listed devices do exist. However, are you saying you switched off the device so that your own voice would not be recorded? Precisely! Impossible. You couldn't have done that unless you knew you were being recorded.
Well, isn't it obvious that I knew? I guess you just don't get it. You could call it a hunch.
I had a feeling I was being wiretapped. Miss Swift, was it? I figured things out because you knew about the kidnapping. Don't tell me. You were listening in on that conversation. That's right! Well, come to think of it, I'm surprised you didn't realize it until now! Such genius plus getting you turned out to be Miss Edgeworth!
Oh my, what was the end result of all this?
Since you don't have any proof of the instigation charges, it's game over. Mr. Prosecutor, was my recording no help to you at all? Ain't there something? Ain't anything at all in my recording?
Miss Swift.
Hey, Kay. Yes? Yeah, the bug was planting your badge, right? Do you have any ideas? How do you expect me to come up with an answer right off the top of my head? You, for the only one who came into contact with the culprit. Oh, slightly. You're fussing over useless evidence. Let's move on to the next topic. Next!
What's this? He seems a bit eager to change the topic of conversation. Don't know what happened there to my voice. It just like cracked.
You were the only one who came into contact with the culprit.
Only Kay came into contact with Simon. If any sound was recorded at the time, she was with the culprit. Miss Swift, how long have you been recording?
Since 2 nights ago, I reckon.
Since 2 nights ago? In that case, she has the moment Kay was kidnapped. When could a conversation with Simon possibly have been recorded? 2 nights ago. No, when Kay was kidnapped. When was Kay kidnapped? Last night? Has it really been only 1 day? Miss Swift, can we listen to last night's recording?
Last night? I don't mind, but...
The culprit's conversation should have been recorded at that time.
Miles, last night Kay was... with you. That make you seem like the culprit.
Shoot, it was 2 nights ago. I lose track of the days. It seems I was wrong.
Mr. Prosecutor, is my recording no help to you at all? Yeah, okay. Yeah, the time was 2 nights ago. I thought it was 2 nights ago, but then I second guessed myself. 2 nights ago, Simon brought Kay to the roof. If we listen to the recording from that time frame, Miss Twit, please let us listen to the recording from 2 nights ago. Huh? Okie dokie. Oh, the dots. This is the sound of a hot air balloon. That's right. At the time, Simon was carrying Kay in a hot air balloon. Ergo, he was near Kay. Isn't there anything recorded? Okay. Ah, that was a gunshot. Verbs. Seems you were quick to deactivate the bug. However, you were a little too late. You can't run anymore. That gunshot ties you to the case.
Huh? What are you saying? There's no gun involved in this case, is there?
No. There should be someone connected to the case who fired a gun. Let's strike with the evidence that points to that person. Which piece of evidence connects a gunshot to the case? Think of FlightlessBird. Think. This should be obvious. Should be obvious. This should be obvious. Why is it not obvious? Come on, come on. No, that was too long ago. That was too long ago. I mean, who was shot? Like who was shot? I can't click on this. He was crushed. Jill was stabbed. Right? Because yeah, Jill was stabbed. Well, she was knocked over the head, and then she was stabbed. So that's not necessarily true. Okay, let's think about this logically. Logically, the lying balloon really probably has nothing to do with this shot, right? All of this was from many years ago. This is not connected to the current case. That's not connected to the current case. That's not connected to the current case. This is connected to the current case, but this is about them sleeping. These were flowers. This was a report on Nightly. That's more connected to 12 years ago. I don't see a gunshot there. Pass through, that doesn't help. That was from 18 years ago. That doesn't help. That doesn't help. That doesn't help. I can't hear the recording here. But I don't think that's it. No, it's a show a gunshot. Can't think of anything. This says he was crushed. Yes, I can be a little slow sometimes. Gunpowder residue was found on his right hand. The fact that there's residue found on his right hand means that even though he was crushed to death, if you look at the notes clearly say that a gunshot went off. So he tried to defend himself. All right. It's written right here in the body double's autopsy report. Gunpowder residue was detected on his right hand. Where was Kay at the time the gunshot was recorded? That's right. She was being carried to the roof of the Grand Tower near Balloon. And as it turns out, there were a few more people on that very same rooftop at the same time. You mean the double and me? Ah, certainly. After we talked for a brief moment, the body double noticed something and had me leave before him. Now, what if the gunshot rang out after that? We could clearly hear it in the recording. I doubt that you wouldn't have noticed it. How did, she not hear it though? Even inside the building, you would imagine. Do you intend to feign ignorance until the very end?
Oh, that's nothing more than mere conjecture.
What we heard on the recording, was that just a gunshot? We heard someone being hit over the head. If you listen closely, you can hear the bullet hitting something. Okay, never mind. It's not someone getting hit in the head. If the body double was aiming at Simon, then the bullet may have struck which piece of evidence? The hot air balloon, right? I mean, that's the only thing. Okay, that one was a little bit easier. The body double likely fired the gun at the balloon. If we assume that the bullet hit something, it would have been the balloon's basket. Let's examine it immediately. Oh ho! Oh ho ho! What are these things? Right there. Let me examine the rest of the basket first. This basket needs to be examined from every angle. Please be thorough. Yep, I'll start with this end. Hey, you guys, give me a hand.
Yes, Shifu.
Aw, nothing here. Did you guys find anything on your end?
Nothing at all, not even a single speck of dust.
I expected as much. The sound made on impact sounded more metallic than anything in the basket's woven material could produce. There's a gas tank here. It's attached to the basket. I don't think we should be looking at this tank right now if a bullet had hit it. In fact, neither Simon and I would be still here. We would have been blown sky high. Let's look elsewhere then. There's a long rope all coiled up inside. We must examine it closely for any signs of being cut by a bullet. Got it, Mr. MIB. You start from that end.
Mr. MIB. Yeah. Nothing here or here. Nope, there's no sign of it being hit by a bullet.
There's nothing on this end either. I guess it didn't hit the rope. Let's not waste any time. On to the next spot. All right, we know where it is. Right there. This hole. It's a bullet hole. A bullet hole was found in the basket. You won't be able to talk your way out of this one. Small hot air balloon used for advertising. Timing keys in charge of it, placed in the trunk. How do you intend to explain the gunshot and bullet hole? Yeah, so you figured it out? You're good. I guess it's impossible to hide anything from you. Spit it out already.
Okay. There's no need to be impatient.
2 nights ago. Ooh, look at the little animation. It happened while I was riding the rotated balloon. I saw the body double in view, Miss Courtney, on the roof. Talk about a surprise. Only the double noticed me. You told Miss Courtney to leave ahead of him. He then pointed a gun at me and fired! Why did he want to shoot down the balloon? It's simple. The body double had intended to kill Miss Courtney. Wait, what? What? Could kill me?
Well, that's right. You talked to the double about John, didn't you?
Well, it's not like the body double would have meant to with you otherwise. From his point of view, it was like showing him evidence that he was a fake.
Oh my god. Simon saved Courtney's life? You mean he was afraid to judge Courtney because she knew about John's past?
Afraid? That's exactly right! The body double was a coward after all. I even remember how his hands were trembling when he fired the gun at the balloon. Are we all clear now?
I was only there by chance.
Just a friendly witness was passing by.
Okay, we gotta rebut this. 2 nights ago.
It happened while I was riding the balloon to the rooftop.
Did he really want to kill Courtney though? Or is there some other angle and he's lying to us? Around what time was that?
I think it was around 11 p.m.
It should coincide with the time Miss Courtney and company were on the roof, right?
Yes, it was indeed around that time.
There doesn't seem to be any contradictions. However, the time frame is important.
And it was at that moment.
I saw the body double and you, Miss Courtney, on the roof. Talk about a surprise.
Are you saying this rooftop rendezvous was beyond your expectations?
Well, there's no way I could have known about that beforehand.
Well, once the dust settled, I could guess what would have happened though. The double had intended to kill Miss Courtney.
Hey, did you realize that?
No, I did not realize it. It's because you were blabbing on and on about that kid. What kind of mother are you? Things that come out that your kid might have died because of you.
I'm your opponent, not her. Don't change the conversation. Judge Courtney, I'd like you to please leave this to me.
My apologies, Prosecutor Edgeworth. Oh, goddess of law. Please watch over this man and grant him aid.
You make me laugh. I didn't even know some balloon.
Oh, my bad. Only the devil noticed me. He told Miss Courtney to leave ahead of him.
He had her leave ahead of him. Did you say the body double had planned to kill her?
Maybe he thought it would be bad if someone saw the scene of the murder. At the time, no one knew that the president was a fake, right? Once he got the info on John, he'd be able to kill both mother and son whenever you wanted. Thank goodness he's dead!
Now you both say.
You should be happy. You should be thanking me. I am the hero of this story.
Whatever emotions you have towards that man, please put them aside until it's all over. For now, please continue your story.
As you wish. And so, that cowardly body double must have panicked when an eyewitness suddenly appeared from the skies.
He then pointed a gun at me and fired. Away. The bullet struck the balloon's basket cleanly.
I panicked and quickly tried to get away, so he wanted to shoot me down, but... Talk about a close call.
You say you tried to get away right then?
Well, that's right.
Is there a problem? Is there a problem with this statement?
Maybe.
But I have other things I can investigate first. No, there is no problem.
I see. In that case, it's fine.
Eyewitness testimony from the balloon.
So that means if Simon hadn't come,
Judge Courtney would probably have been in danger.
So, wouldn't that mean he saved a life? The motive behind Mr. Key's actions was probably not so noble. After all, this man was there to commit a crime just like the fake president. To expose his crimes, I'll need to listen carefully to his testimony. There must be an opening somewhere. Wait, was that the last line? Oh, that was the last line. Okay, well then, obviously there's a problem here. It's always nice when the game like prompts you with this. It's kind of like telling you, hey, FlightlessBird, go after this. You must have placed Kay on the rooftop. You couldn't have gotten away before then, correct?
Yeah, that's right. I forgot. After the body double fired one shot, he entered the hatch to the 51st floor. I looked around for a bit, but then landed on the roof.
Please add that statement to your testimony.
Sure, I don't mind. After the double fired one shot, he entered the hatch on the 51st floor.
You mean a hatch that leads to the hidden storeroom for the black market auction? Black market auction? Huh? I don't really want to remember, but that was 2 days ago, right? Indeed, the black market auction was held on the 50th floor of the Grand Tower. A lot of the people must have been coming and going through the storeroom during the incident. Indeed, if the double truly did enter the storeroom, and Simon said, it's strange that no one noticed him. Wasn't someone in the storeroom? Like, Lana? Did she, talk about that? Lana's testimony. Never passed through the 51st floor storeroom. Yeah, this is a clear contradiction. Awesome. Getting stuck on the one earlier really helped right now. The problem here is when the incident occurred. If we know the precise moment, then a certain piece of evidence may come in handy. Eyewitness testimony? Eyewitness testimony from the balloon. Okay, we've been through all this. Yeah, I'm still confused about the time though. But this is a clear contradiction. Like an obvious contradiction. I don't know what the time has to do with anything, but once again, you lied.
Lied?
The body double could not have entered the storeroom on the 54th floor 2 nights ago. Miss Hart's testimony proves it.
What? How can you trust that shame journalist's testimony?
He's got a point though, I gotta admit.
What do you say? Can't insult my mentor like that.
2 nights ago, that lady... Oh, this line. Sorry, they just changed people without showing up on the screen.
2 nights ago, that lady was taken out the 51st floor. Given that, just how did the body double leave the roof?
Indeed. That is what we must now prove. If he did not use the elevator or the 51st floor to leave the roof, then only one route remains. How did the body double leave the roof without using the elevator or the 51st floor? Okay, so this right here says he was never shown coming out of the elevator. This right here says he was never shown going down. So if the only obvious answer then is he flew. The body double flew.
Exactly.
He flew? Yeah, I'm so jealous right now. Simon Keys, he rode in your balloon.
Hey, stop joking around.
Why would I have needed to get the body double a lift?
The elevator had a security camera, and the 51st floor was being watched by Miss Hart. Your balloon was the only way the body double could have left the roof. Oh, I like the dueling objections.
Yeah! At the circus, we often perform dangerous stunts in order to surprise the audience.
You think you got me cornered?
Sorry, but the show ends here.
What?
Hey you, Lata, was it? I'd like to ask you something. Are you saying you stood watch on the 51st floor the entire time without any breaks?
Well, I bet, of course.
There ain't no mistakes in my testimony. Really now? But didn't the sound of Mr. Edgeworth's assistant falling into the storeroom cause you to faint?
Wow, he's good. He's been observing us the entire time.
I didn't mention it before, but after that I might have dozed off a little. To be more precise, I fainted? Well, something like that.
So something did happen. Miss Hart, I have determined that sound that made you faint. It was like the sound of Kay falling into the storeroom floor.
Well, what's your point? Nobody's perfect. Yeah, look at her, Miss Edgeworth. That's the kind of person you're relying on.
Kay fell into the storeroom after the body double had left the roof.
In that case, I have a theory on how things happened. After that cowardly body double fired his shot at me, he went and hid in the shadows until Kay fell into the storeroom.
What? So what if he was hiding?
Good grief! You guys still haven't noticed? What if the body double stayed hidden until Lot had fainted?
And then he went down to the 51st floor.
That can't be. Heh, precisely. The locked room mystery on the roof has been unlocked.
Gah! Stop it!
Go! He even said it in my own voice. Yeah, I figured that's what he was doing.
But wait! There's more!
I told the hidden body double about John Marsh. That's why he attacked John the next day during practice, but got himself killed instead.
In other words,
The one who murdered the body double was none other than John!
John had no motive to kill the body double.
oh, he knew? He knew he was the real president's son?
And how would he have known that?
Because I told him so. In a letter.
What did you say?
That is a lie. Yeah, it's a lie! Huh? But then again, maybe not. Maybe I really did tell him. Right, John? It's true that I caused Mazilla's head to fall. But, I didn't know about my dad until today. I'm not lying. Oh, really? I wonder about that. I found out about the head falling thanks to the bug. Now, if you're the one who caused it to fall and the body double was crushed to death,
Well, that settles it. You're the culprit. You
Let me try it again.
You successfully carried out your revenge. Congratulations.
the pieces of the puzzle are now in place, as Mr. Edgeworth would say.
The logic fits. Now then, any rebuttals? Yeah, I got one. The murder of the double.
Manipulating humans into fighting with each other. It sounds just like me, right? I did the same thing to Netley and Blaze.
At any rate, there's no way the body double could have gone for a ride in my balloon.
The double was crushed by the monster's head, right?
And who was it that caused the monster's head to fall?
Do you understand now what the body double's real killer is? The truth that I provided them with gave them a big motive for murder.
No, I think you killed the body double. Because he shot at you, you landed, you killed him. I don't know how, but...
Get it? These two try to kill each other because of the truth you're so fond of.
Impossible.
Hey, you detectives over there. Hurry up and arrest this murderer. What's wrong? Why aren't you moving? Dang it. Yeah, I thought so. Just admit it.
In the end, aren't you all the same as Blaze and the body double?
You ignore the prime suspect and come at me without any evidence. How easily can it be distorted to best suit your case? This law you all believe in.
I really hate this guy. Like, I really don't like this guy. That is by no means true.
Huh. If you're not gonna arrest anyone, maybe I should have a talk with the policeman outside.
If I tell them that John Marsh is the killer, they'll be forced to take action. Simon Keys, your testimony isn't over yet.
Really? I figured you tried to stop me, Mr. Edgeworth. You don't have any evidence, do you? Which means there's no chance for you to win, right? But if you still want to stop me, you should be prepared to take on this much risk.
Oh my god. What? That much?
It's only natural. After all, the fate of the true culprit, John Marsh, is at stake here. Hey, Miles. Why don't you take a nice deep breath?
Mr. Shields.
Times like this, you should take a breather and think back. Defense attorneys always remain calm in a pinch. And they smile in the face of danger. The point of contention between your logic and his claims lies in the body double's escape route. How's about, for example, we think of it like this. What's the point isn't whether or not the body double got on the balloon, but rather, if we were to assume he did, what circumstances would have allowed for that?
Turn my thinking around. It's a lot like him.
Well, all I'm doing is a cheap imitation of your old man. Did it help?
Circumstances that would have allowed the body double to get on the balloon. That's right. The body double not only had a large build, but he also had a gun. And in spite of that, no traces of sleeping drugs were found in his system. Which means, it can't be.
Mr. Edgeworth, are you ready yet? Hope you haven't forgotten about this!
This is bad. I must break his testimony somehow. The murder of the double.
Manipulating humans into fighting with each other sounds just like me, right?
So, you manipulate the body double and John to your will. You seem rather persistent about that, aren't you?
Very much so. I'm an animal tamer after all. And isn't the greatest animal in the world man?
Wow, he's got a point.
I just tell people the truth in order to help them get revenge. They should all be thanking me.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, I'm kind of scared. Steel yourself, Kay. One who sows seeds of revenge as a jest. This is an opponent we must stop at all costs.
Yeah.
The sins of the past are scary, so scary you'll never see your retribution coming.
I did the same thing to Neckley and Blaze.
So you still intend to insist that you were not directly involved to the very end?
Right! I never dirtied my own hands. I just like to watch.
As they hate to kill each other, never realizing that they were being manipulated all along.
Spectating from afar. Just like you did 12 years ago. Hey, you mean the SS5 incident? That's so funny! If I remember correctly, all your father's hard work amounted to nothing. What did you normally call someone like that? Incompetent! Grrr. Grrr. You!
Agent Lang, restrain yourself.
Dang it, dang it, dang it!
We don't know the conclusion your father arrived at. However, we are here now because we chased after his footsteps.
Sorry to interrupt you in a moment. But I don't believe that kind of idealism will solve anything besides.
At any rate, there's no way the body double could have gone MRI'd in my balloon.
That's the only way the double could have gotten off the tower.
Well, let's suppose that was the case, even if I had carried the body double down.
What's the problem with that?
So you admit it. You did carry the body double.
Let's not make a fuss over absurd opinions, Mr. Edgeworth.
That's just not like you.
You think the body double held me at gunpoint and asked me to go on a sightseeing joyride?
There's a way that could have happened. And, you know, that full well, don't you?
It's possible you negotiated with him by using the information about John as a bribe.
But he shot at me, remember? This is the
No way, we would negotiate.
In that case, what if you used sleeping drugs and transported him while he was knocked out? Then allow me to ask, have they detected any traces of sleeping drugs from his body? Ugh, it is so good. I can't find any openings. And he's using my voice against him. Against me, I mean. Stop doing that, it's annoying.
Mr. Edgeworth, isn't there something more interesting we should be talking about?
The double was crushed by the monster's head, right?
Allow me to propose a question. Was the double really crushed beneath the monster's head?
For a genius prosecutor, be sure quick to withdraw your previous statement.
Weren't you the one who deduced it was crushed by the monster's head to begin with?
Oh my god! Oh my god! Crushed by the monster's head! He wasn't crushed by Mozilla's head! He was crushed by this! He landed on the body double! He crushed the body double underneath the basket! Could that be it? Indeed, I certainly came to that conclusion once before. However, that was when we knew of nothing else that was capable of crushing him to death.
New? Why the past tense? It's not like there's anything else now, you know. The body double was crushed to death by the monster's head. That is an unshakable fact.
Is there nothing else? Some decisive evidence that connects this man to the crushed president?
How unsightly, Mr. Edgeworth. Why don't you stop this useless struggle?
Besides, don't you already know who the culprit is? Remember? And who was it that caused the monster head to fall?
Certainly, the one who caused the monster head to fall was John. However, even John himself admits to that.
Well then, doesn't that settle everything?
Good job, guys. Case closed.
The one who killed the double was John Marsh. And since the police just happened to be here.
No, not yet. There's still room for further investigation.
Don't force yourself. Well then, tell me, what else is there to investigate?
And if you can't, I want that kid arrested as soon as possible.
You aren't going to overlook a crime, are you? Am I wrong?
Mr. Edgeworth, what do we do? Is there actually no hope left? Think. Mr. Keys killed the double. Then the murder could only have occurred when the two met face to face. What he had with him at the time must be the real murder weapon. Darn it, does he intend to play innocent until the very end? The body double's cause of death was rather unique. If he was crushed under the monster's head, then the killer would be John after all. Isn't there anything else that could have crushed the double? Something else that could have crushed the body double? So I'm gonna go ahead and save here because that's a lot of life. But every single thing that they've said afterwards kind of makes me believe more and more that I'm on the right track here. He was killed by the balloon. He landed the balloon on him. That's how he got crushed. Okay, so this was crushed by, this was who caused it. So it would be here. Right? Yes, it would be here. Yeah! Oh, that's brilliant! That is so brilliant! Because I was saying just like 5 or 10 minutes ago, I have no idea how the body double could have been killed or could have been knocked out because they had a blow to the head. And I never realized the blow to the head wasn't caused, you know, remember like last case I was talking about how the candelabra was used? Then we talked about the gavel. Oh, wait, that was Jill, wasn't it? Yeah, that was Jill. But still, I mean, there's a lot of like head trauma. He was crushed by a monster.
Quit climbing around! That isn't like you at all!
Oh, I get it.
So John is supposed to understand the heart of the monster!
The one who understands the heart of a monster is you.
Not even I have monsters for friends, you know.
Stop being so modest. Don't you have one very important friend? A monster you control at will. Simon Keys, you're the one who killed the body double.
That's the lion balloon.
A monster made of cloth that expands when filled with hot air. It suits you quite well, wouldn't you agree?
Yes! Sorry, but
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You've been fixated on your claim that you manipulate John and the body double. Probably because it's an impossible fantasy of yours. After all, even an animal tamer cannot tame the dead. The body double had already been murdered while he was on the roof. And the murder weapon was the balloon you were in.
I see. Although it floats in the air, that balloon still weighs several hundred pounds.
When the double threatened you on the rooftop, you immediately came up with a plan to defend yourself. And that plan was to crush him with your balloon. Whether the body double wanted to get on, or that he was carrying a gun, none of that matters. Because what you carried in your balloon was the body double's corpse.
Hold on a second, Mr. Edgeworth. You're saying the body double was killed on the rooftop 2 nights ago? Well, that simply doesn't match up with the time of death.
What did you say?
That's not like you at all, Miss Edgeworth. Take a good look at the autopsy.
Oh, God. The autopsy report! Where's the autopsy report? Is it just here? April 5th, around 11 p.m. What's today?
The time of death was around 11 p.m. last night.
Not 2 nights ago.
Last night? That's right. The very night that Mozilla's head fell.
Well, what if he didn't die on the rooftop, but got knocked out, and then he bought...
Well, Johnny boy, come on, how about telling us the truth? You killed your father, right? I know the feeling. You hated him, didn't you?
Well, technically, it's not his father, it's the body, anyway.
Your father who left you all alone forever. You're wrong. I had no idea that guy was my dad.
No, this again. Didn't I personally tell you myself?
Was my logic wrong?
Mr. Edgeworth, allow me to thank you once again for chasing down Blaze and Patricia and bringing them both to ruin. My revenge was such a success, all thanks to your logic.
If only the time of death matched up, then my logic would fit. Perhaps he did something to throw off the time of death? How?
And what's more, Dean Gustavia, was it? You even took down the culprit of the IS-7 incident.
Dane Gustavia in the IS-7 incident. That's it. Gustavia killed Dover and hid his body in a block of ice. So, I don't think he hid his body in a block of ice. Mr. Gustavia intended to freeze the body in order to throw off the time of death. If the time of death had coincided with the tea party, Mr. Gustavia would have been suspected.
Yeah, well, that is correct.
That lost us to seeing that guy. I like mirror images of each other.
Yeah!
Which makes sense, they are family.
It's a shame I didn't get to witness this distraction.
How can you say that? Wasn't Mr. Gustavia father, Simon?
I'm scared. So scared. Miss Rowland keeps asking me about that day. Daddy, help me. Why won't you come save me? Is it because I broke my promise with you and didn't eat your sweets? I couldn't care less. My father left me all alone. Even if we share the same blood, that man is not my father.
I hate to say it, but like father, like son, you're the spitting image of him, Simon. The father you hated so much.
What are you talking about?
It must have been fate. By sheer coincidence, you just happened to use the exact same method your father did. To throw off the victim's time of death.
We rescued him from the refrigerator. Where?
Oh my god! He did! He actually did! He froze the body a day. Is that even oh my god, that is...
And we rescued him from the refrigerated warehouse near the harbor, pal. A refrigerated warehouse. You're saying that I throughout the time of death? How would I have done that?
The answer lies in where you hid the body, double's body. This was a place you used to hide the body. Where's the refrigeration? Was the Dawn Waste Center, right?
I forgot!
Is it? This is where you hid the body. Oh, I hid the body in a place like that? It's useless to play dumb, Simon Keys.
Mr. Prosecutor, sorry to interrupt while you're all fired up, but...
shoot. Got the wrong one.
That place could have been thrown off the time of death.
Indeed, it can't be this place.
You say he threw off the time of death. Like this is. To preserve freshness, store items in a cold place. We want to preserve the body in the state that was after the murder. Doesn't that limit the number of places where you could have stored it?
Indeed, and we must consider the place that Simon might have access to. Okay, maybe I clicked on the wrong spot. So instead of the Dawn Waste Center, maybe it's the Sunshine Warehouse. I know it was in this location, right? Okay, this is right. I just clicked on the wrong one. Throwing off the time of death by freezing the body along with John's kidnapping. It seems that everything is coming together.
The kidnapping? When are we going back to that?
I don't know a thing about it.
Don't forget, John was confined in a refrigerated warehouse. That's right. You kept the body double's corpse in that very same warehouse. 18 years ago, your father hid a body in the exact same way.
Oh, what? My father? The one who abandoned me? Did the same thing?
Who would have guessed that both father and son would use the same method?
Stop it! Don't let me in with that guy! My father! I'm nothing like him! There's not a single connection between us! You may think so, but even now, your bond with Mr. Gustavia still remains. Didn't you say once before that I don't like sweets? Well, that may have come from the shock of losing your father. don't you think?
You guys have no idea what you're saying. Even if you deny your father, aren't your thoughts and actions the same? It's a really cool picture. Particularly your belief in sacrificing others to protect yourself. And finally, your crimes were brought to light just as his were.
Just kidding. I don't know anything about that warehouse. I had nothing to do with the kidnapping.
Oh God. In order to threaten Judge Courtney, it's clear that you partook in the kidnapping.
Objection. How scary. Those who get involved with you will be charged with all sorts of crimes. In the end, there's no evidence for the instigation and for the kidnapping. None at all.
Or what? Are you gonna forge some evidence? Just like Blaze and the rest? I'll do nothing of the sort. I can't let him provoke me.
You always say, I'll pursue the truth no matter what. Right? Ah! Don't you mean the only truth that's most convenient to you?
After all, that's how the police pull the wool over the eyes of those without power. And that's why my revenge was necessary.
Yeah! None of you can catch me. Not Patricia, not Blaze.
And not even you.
Mr. Edgeworth, at this rate, isn't there something that, anything we can do? Even though all my logic points to this man, I just need evidence. Even a single piece of evidence would suffice.
Well, it's been a fun show, but it looks like it's time for the curtains to close. If you'd like, why don't you come and see my next performance? I'll let you, if you admit defeat. Yeah! Huh? What? Who said that? Huh? Who was that?
Gumshoe!
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mr. Edgeworth.
Gummy, where'd you go?
Wow, I was just doing the job that I'm able to do, pal.
Detective Gumshoe, your report, please.
I did a quick investigation, sir, about the warehouse John was at. Well, that refrigerated warehouse is currently being rented by the Very Big Circus, just as Mr. Edgeworth said. So, it's finally here, our trump card.
Well done, Detective Gumshoe. Now then, Mr. Keys.
There must be some mistake.
Maybe it has something to do with the circus?
I see. Indeed, we are not well informed with the affairs of the circus. In that case, why don't we get your boss's opinion on this? Regina.
We are renting a refrigerated warehouse to store the animals' food, but I don't know much about the place. After all, I'll let Simon handle everything. Curse you! Simon, how scary.
What a shame. It seems your desperate actions after the crime were in vain. If the body was found in the warehouse, suspicion would have fallen on you, the one in charge. That's why you specifically moved the body back to the Grand Tower, wasn't it? However, us finding John confined at the warehouse was a fatal mistake on your part. Our resident great thief and detective are both rather exemplary. What's wrong? I can even tell through your face paint that you're looking pale.
It's not over yet, Mr. Edgeworth. Your logic is missing the most important piece of evidence.
Oh, please do tell.
obvious. Evidence that I killed the body double with the balloon. You can't present it, can you? After all, there's no way such possible evidence could exist.
The evidence. It exists.
Ah, what did you say?
And Mr. Keys murdered the victim. Traces of the murder should still remain here. If you murder the victim, traces should remain here. It should remain on the murder weapon. There's only one murder weapon, balloon. How are we gonna find traces that... I mean, it's the only murder weapon available, right? It should become clear once we examine the basket of the balloon.
Yeah, that balloon again. Did you already find the bullet hole? There's no way you'll find anything else there.
It'll be fine. Right, Mr. Edgeworth? Mr. Edgeworth is a hero who always finds the truth no matter what he's up against.
Well, that's right, pal.
Of course it's gonna be fine. Mr. Edgeworth has gotten out of more impossible situations than I can count.
Miles, I believe in you too. But more importantly, I'm sure your old man watching over you believes in you as well.
Dad.
Miles Edgeworth, come down and think. You're just one step away from the perfect proof.
The body double was killed by the balloon. The proof lies in the traces left on the basket. Simon Keys, it's time for you to atone for your crimes. We're gonna go ahead and have to wrap it up here for the day, but I want to say thank you for everything. You all are the best, the #1 YouTube community in all of YouTube, and I can't thank you enough for everything that you all have done. But for now, I hope you guys have a wonderful, fantastic day, and until next time, on our final episode of Ace Attorney Investigation 2 Miles Edgeworth, the Prosecutor's Path. So long, and take care. Thank you for watching this video. Feel free to comment on what you saw and what you'd like to see next. I always love to hear your thoughts. But before we go, please remember that you matter, and you are brilliant, and you are loved, and you should always be true to yourself. Never let the world tell you any different. Much love to you from your friendly, feathered, flightless bird.